Yerp. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's happening? What's up, man? What's up, man? I'm full of energy. Anyways, what's up? What's happening? It's K. I'm back in this thing. K. Show got a sleep with a cut up, a turn on a turn. How is y'all today, man? Y'all doing good? What's up? Shit, how I fellow people that just pulled up, you know what I'm saying? What y'all saying? Now, like how I say in all these other videos, you know, the analytics, more people is watching that's not subscribed, then subscribe. So you know what, subscribe so you know when the videos come on time. If you just like the personality, if you just want to talk shit, subscribe and go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, we here to talk about Jay Critch. Saying Jay Critch, if you don't know of Jay Critch, he started off in the game early. Again, like Take Some. He had Did It Again with featuring Rich the Kid. He was worked with a lot of niggas. He got a feature from Rowdy Rebel before Rowdy Rebel went into the mid. Younger nigga came up. He signed with Rich the Kid, Rich Forever label with Famous Dex and like, two other niggas. I forgot their name. I set it off something. Them niggas. Signed with them niggas. It was cool. They was doing their thing. You know, him and Rich always been together and he's been coming up. He dropped Hood Fave in 2018, I think, which was his first album, studio album. Did his thing. Wasn't really a fan of that album. It was alright. He dropped a more recent project called Sign with Love on, I don't know if it was the 25th or the 24th when he dropped it. Or you might have dropped it a week before or a day before. Probably a week before. I wouldn't be surprised. But he dropped it, and it was pretty good. I actually liked the album a lot. It was a very good album from Jay Critch. Very good. So, hey, and now it seems he has some label issues and label disputes with Rich Forever and maybe Interscope, because it's Rich Forever and it's also connected to Interscope because, you know, Rich the Kid did it through Interscope. You know, when you have sub-labels, there's always a bigger label. It's like how the Baby has his $1 billion Baby Entertainment, because he signed to Interscope, he did it through Interscope. That's like the big hedge label. And then there's 3 big labels. I explained this before. I could do a separate video explaining this. There's basically Universal, Warner, and Sony. Those are the 3 big ass labels, and everyone else is under them, right? I think Atlantic is a big label on its own as well, but everybody else is under them. But those are like the big 3, big 4 Atlantic, but yeah, everybody else is under them. They have specific deals. They do distribution or they sell their product through them. They're the big label with the name, and then you're the smaller label. That's how it works. It's like how OVO's under Warner Music. It's his own label, but Warner Music will give like them like was a budget for all their artists when they're dropping their tapes and all that shit, and all that advances. It goes through them. You will get your payment, like when the album sells, you will get, as a label, get your payment, and then you also will supposed to pay that nigga. That's why we was like, yo, Drake, you ain't getting, Pusha T was like, Drake, you ain't getting money because you gotta go through 3 labels, Universal, then Cash Money, then Young Money, then your ass get paid. That's why. Anyways, to the Jay Critch thing, I could do a separate video explaining this shit. My bad, I was rambling. Anyways, Jay Critch distances himself from Rich the Kid's Rich Forever label, claiming he's been held in a bum-ass deal, which we have seen, especially with the Uzi situation. Rich the Kid had like, this motherfucker was signing niggas for the low. But in his defense, even though he was signing them for the low, he was with the artist all the time, and he was promoting them like a motherfucker, so I can't. Now, some people it works out, like Meek Mill with Rick Ross and Drake with Wayne. It works out. But sometimes it doesn't work out. Like, I'm just watching the Baby's label. Now, the Baby's fucking with Stunna a lot. He has him on every project, showing him a lot of love. But I just want to see how the fuck this is going to work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespect or nothing. Sorry, I had to fix that. So, Jay Critch had a lot of potential in the world. Had all the potential in the world to become one of the biggest young stars out of Brooklyn. But following the recent Hood favorite, it felt as his buzz that had built up alongside Rich the Kid and Famous Dex was slowly dwindling. Critch is arguably the most technically skilled. Oh yeah. On the roster, yeah, he is. It can also be argued that he made the most exciting music on that list. Yeah, to be honest, it appears Rich the Kid isn't as great as a boss as he claims. Critch hit the gram and said there's a lack of trust in his working relationship with Rich the Kid and Rich Forever, claiming that the so heartless rapper is no better than the lawyers at the major labels. Some of these rap N-words is just like the lawyers at the label. Don't trust them. If you want new music, go tell them Free Critch, he wrote on his IG story. hoe ass N-words. You know what I'm saying? There's difficulty in maintaining pressure on the rap game. You know, CEO Rich the Kid recently claims of owning all his masters and being your own boss, inspiring niggas. You know, Jay Critch responds, "Stop letting these N-words cap about owning masters and ish. They trying to hold N-words in bum-ass deals. N-words be your brother until business come up, then it's all this lawyer talk, contract talk. Not real N-word shit," he continued in separate posts. He concluded with an obvious claim, but one that he needed to make clear. "I'm not rich forever. That ish been a dud," he added. Around the same time, Jay Critch posted this. Rich the Kid took his story with a simple message: loyalty over royalty. So Rich the Kid also put loyalty over royalty as a story, I guess, responding to what's his name? Jay Critch. Now, after him getting jumped at the club, if you haven't seen that video, go look for it. I ain't gonna link that shit. It'll be at the end screen. But after that shit, like, I was just like, what's going on with Jay Critch? Hood Fave wasn't really my favorite tape. I was like, whatever, lukewarm for me. There's a couple songs I liked. Other shit, I was like, whatever. This new one, Signed with Love, is very good. I do like it. You know what I'm saying? Cool. It's like raw Jay Critch, you know, the take some Jay Critch, like, you know what I'm saying? Not even that difficult. He's doing his thing. So I can understand maybe it just didn't work out. Sometimes that's just how it is. You will sign an artist, it doesn't work out, they're unhappy, and you gotta let them go. Now, I don't know if in his contract with Rich Forever / Interscope, if he owes them another album, then okay. But yeah, because it's like, hey, it might just be you owe them another album, or they're gonna shelf you until they don't get there, or somebody's gonna have to buy you out of your deal at that point. But I understand the frustration as an artist. Maybe they'll talk to him and make sure it's all better. Because yeah, especially like being a young nigga and like putting in all this work for nothing, like motherfuckers ain't believing in you. Maybe they fucking around with your bullshit. So I understand his perspective, but at the same time, it's also, it's business, bro. Motherfucker, all these older artists have been coming out like, yo, I had a fucked up deal, and this is your first deal. My first deal was fucked up. Everybody, because you're trying to get on, you try to feed your family, and you try to be Gucci. And that's how the record labels catch you. That's why with Russ talking about independence, when Russ went to go get his deal, since he had a catalog, he had like 11 albums out before he even signed the deal, they were looking at him like, he has leverage. So they couldn't just offer him a basic deal, because when you're up and coming rapper, you just have a song. You know, they couldn't offer you a basic deal. It's like, oh, this motherfucker, he knows his talent. He got 11 albums that he's selling for himself. Okay, we're gonna have to structure this differently. He's making all this shit off like fucking Audio Mac and all these other shits, United Masters, all this shit. Alright, we got an audio. So it's like, with you just coming into the game, of course they're gonna offer you a basic deal until you actually like be like an X or a Drake, like, oh, this motherfucker does work. Alright, how much you? 10 mil, 20 mil, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And then they give you that big ass budget. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how they get all these younger people, you know, because these younger people are quick to sign the deal because they living in the hood. They could possibly die. They trying to get their mama out, you know what I'm saying, and make sure everybody else is good. So they sign it, move their family, and then they end the deal. But then also, maybe the music doesn't back up. They don't have that much buzz, so it'll be hard for them to go independent. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We've seen it happen. We've also seen it happen like with Russ. He signed to a label for an album or two. He signed. He got out of that deal. Now he's independent again. He got the label push. More niggas know who he is. And he got out. Sometimes it is what it is. Like, you see Pliers running around talking all his nonsense. He's not signed. He's independent now. He went through the label route, got his name buzzing, and then now he's independent and he does his shit. He does his little shows and he gets his money. It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I ain't mad at Rich the Kid. Of course, they tell you false promises because they want you to sign all this shit. This is a business, my nigga. It happens. It happens. But hey, we'll see what the fuck happens. And we'll see if they come to a term with shit and they're amicable split or whatever the fuck. But hey, we'll see what the fuck happens. This is the K.A. It's your daily dose of hip hop news. I'm out. Shalom, Zoom, peace, y'all. Aish.